Marcus, I guess we haven't gotten to chat with you, I guess, since back at Auburn. Like you obviously had the option to come back. What was your decision to kind of choose to leave now?
I just think now was the best time. I did 5 years in college already, and just want to play at the best level it is. And I feel like this year was the best time to come back.
Did anyone have any just like conversations with you about like your stock and kind of who I guess was like the best mentor, I guess, through that process?
I had a lot of advice from Coach Freeze, Coach Garrett at the time, Coach Ronald Auburn at the time, which was in DC. I had a lot of conversations there with my mom and trainers back at home. But we all came to a common agreement, and we all decided it was best.
Was there ever much like debate about it, or did you guys? I mean, you obviously had like the best college season of your career. Like, was there a question of if you would ever leave?
Yeah, so it was a little debate. I kind of knew I was going to leave the whole time, but I was just hearing all the options and all the other advice before I made that decision, because it's a big decision at the end of the day. So I just got everybody's advice and just put it all into one thing and decided it was best for myself.
You mentioned Coach Garrett. Obviously, he's left. Vontrell promoted. I guess from when you worked with him, kind of what was he like as a coach? What is he like in that new position that he has?
He's a great coach. Great energy, great leader, man. He's just the best coach I feel like was for the job, because a lot of players knew him, a lot of players respected him, and he was a great coach while he was there.
When you saw that they hired him, what was your reaction to it?
I was happy because a lot of coaches don't get the opportunity from going to analyst to coach, and I just was happy for him because he most definitely put in that work for it, and the players respect him for that. So.
And I guess kind of on that same note, if you've talked to the league at all, as he's kind of going through his first spring ball, like what has he thought of like the new coaches? And because there's obviously been a lot of change defensively.
Yeah, so he loves the new coaching staff, especially when Coach Vontrell stepping in for Coach Garrett. He feels like it's not a step out from Coach Garrett, so he loves it. And I just called him last night asking him how his first fall practice was. He said it went great, so I can't wait to see him shine this season.
How is he handling college so far?
He's handling good, being out on his own, being away from home. He loves college, and I kind of prepared him for it and let him know what it was going to be like, so he's enjoying it so far.
Marcus, where are you training at?
Exos in Pensacola, Florida.
And I'm curious, from the time you got there until now, are you looking in the mirror a little bit more, seeing all the changes?
Yeah, so I see the changes, of course. That group, they have a special group out there in Pensacola, so I most definitely seen the change from when I first got there to now, and can't wait to showcase that tomorrow.
In terms of showcasing, is there any particular drill that you're kind of exceptionally pumped about?
Me in particular, I'm pumped about the bench press. All the drills, it's just a hungry to be here and play, because it's a dream come true for all of us. Just come to the combine, perform at the combine. So I can't wait to do all the drills here.
What do you think these teams are going to love about you? I mean, one of the reasons you're here, when they watch you tape, what stands out? What pops?
The hard work, the physicality, and the motor I have, it's just like exceptional. So I feel like that's a good part of my game, and I can't wait to showcase that on Sundays.
I don't know if you have you talked to teams, and if you have you spoken to the Steelers at all?
Yes, sir. I pretty talked to all the teams, and yes, sir, I talked to the Steelers.
Kind of with your training so far, what has been like the goal of training, if you had like a weight goal or anything like that at all?
I really don't have a goal, but I'm trying to be like 290, 288, 290.
Had you playing weight?
Yes, sir.
Where you at? Where did you weigh in yet?
Yes, sir. We weigh in yet. We weigh in tomorrow, but we weighed in yesterday for like a physical and stuff. I weighed 288.
How you feel, like, I guess if you have kind of a 40-yard dash time that you'd like to have, what are you thinking?
Whatever I run tomorrow, I can't tell. I can't say. It's not a number in my head, but like whatever I run tomorrow, I'll be happy with.
Have there been teams that have kind of told you, like, we want to see X and Y from you kind of this week at the Combine?
No, sir. No team has said what they want to see, but it's like I'm just going off what the average times is and what should I beat. So that's it.
I mean, is it kind of, I guess, as you take this step to the NFL, has it, like, at all kind of sunk in, like, that you're kind of doing maybe this process that, like, you think, like, you've watched on TV over the years and you're now doing it?
Yeah, so it haven't sunk in. Yeah, I feel like it won't sink in until I'm done doing it, because right now it's so much anxiety and so much nerves and trying to perfect what I do. So right now I'm really not thinking about that, but I feel like when it's all said and done, I'll look back at it and be like, hey, that's a dream come true. But I can't really tell right now because I'm going through it. So.
Marcus, who are we talking to next year from Auburn?
You got Eugene Asante, you got Jason Jones and Jalen McLeod. I feel like those guys are going to be good.
What stands out most about Eugene? You mentioned it first.
Eugene, man, he's his motor and his intensity and his leadership skills off the field as well as on the field. He's a very vocal leader and he's makes a lot of checks and he's has a great motor and runs sideline to sideline. So can't wait to see him perform this fall.
Are you gonna miss the let's work?
Yeah, I'm gonna miss that. That was my dog. You know? I can't wait to see him turn up and show out again this year. Like having the year under his belt starting and having the experience, I can't wait to see him this year with a new defensive coordinator and new staff.
When these teams get a hold of you right now, is it just a lot of just getting to know you, or does anybody put anything on the board and just try to see what you like, the IQ game part?
Yeah, so it's a little bit of both. Like teams want to see the IQ part as well as get to know you because they're extending this to you as a player and a person. So they want to see how you is as a person as well as a player. So it's been a little bit of both.
What's the biggest, I guess, asset you have that we won't see on tape? I mean, team captain, film junkie, weight room warrior, maybe the scheme you ran in the showcase.
Yes, sir. I'll say a leadership and the work warrior. Like I tend to work hard and work a lot. First one there, last one out type of mentality and leadership on and off the field. I try to get guys, be the leader that guys can talk to on and off the field and talk about anything with. So I feel like those traits are stand out.
Have you daydreamed about your first sack celebration?
No, sir, not yet. Not yet.
Oh, so my question is, you talk about working hard. What inspires you?
My mom inspires me because she showed me how to work hard at a younger age. She was taking care of me and my older sister while she was going to school and got her master's. So, and she took us to a couple of her classes as well. So she showed me that whatever you do, whatever you put your mind to, you can do it and you can achieve it. So she kind of taught me that.
And then on top of that is, what's your go-to pregame song?
I just listen to all NBA YoungBoy songs and that's it. So
You don't got a preferred NBA YoungBoy song?
nah, cause he come out with so many of them, so it's not a preferred one.
That's real. And then what's your preferred jersey number?
I really don't have one. Whatever number, I feel like I'm gonna make the number. But in college it was 50, but in the NFL it really don't matter.
And then last question is, what's your favorite teammate?
My favorite teammate was Eugene, of course, because he brought a lot of energy, and he kind of lined me up a couple times. He's a linebacker, and he takes that role serious. So, me and him bonded a lot, and I can't wait to see him at the next level next year. Thank you.
So, Marcus, what's up, man? How you doing, brother?
How you doing?
Hey, good to see you, fam.
Great to see you as well.
Yeah, bless and favor. You know, so going back to that time at Auburn, man, you had two different head coaches. What was that transition like, man?
It was a great transition. You know, Coach Freeze not wanting to overstep his boundaries, just wanted to know what we thought of him as a coach and wanted to see what he can do to help us as a group. And just love how he came in, him and his staff came in, ready to work with us, not trying to just push us to do something we're not used to doing or anything. They're trying to get to know us first and then trying to get on to us about that. So he came in with a great mindset.
And then another thing for me, just you came in before and then now with NIL. Mm-hmm. What was the biggest difference in your career and just what you've seen in the game with NIL?
In my career, I really don't feel like it was a big difference because it was the same to me. But I just seen the players like take their focus off football a little bit and just focus on the money. That's why you got to have older leaders to like kind of tell them that, hey, this don't always last. Like you got to perform to get the money. And just let guys know it's not all about the money. It's a bigger goal you're trying to get to the NFL. So just let them know the NIL money is not the end of it all. Just try to get to the next level.
Now, let me ask you this. So, during your time playing against offensive linemen in the SEC, who are some of the guys that you really stuck out to you?
I don't say any guys in particular, but group-wise, last year I feel like LSU had a pretty solid offensive line group as a whole. I really can't name anybody individual, but like I said, LSU had a pretty good offensive line. Alabama had a pretty good offensive line, and Georgia had a pretty good offensive line.
Marcus, have you been with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers yet?
I think so, yes, sir.
Is that a formal or informal?
Informal.
You had 7 sacks last year, really breakout year for you as a pass rusher.
Yes, sir.
Can you just talk about what made the difference for you in terms of getting to the quarterback?
I feel like it was a lot of things, like the scheme Coach Roberts had in place, the teammates helping contribute to those sacks, and just like being a team effort, like the hard work we put in the offseason, training with Coach Dom, the strength and conditioning coach at Auburn, it just all translated to me having 7 sacks.
The Buccaneers have a bit of an Auburn Tiger pipeline with Carlton Davis, Jewel Dean, and KJ Britt. What would it be like to join some of those guys in Tampa?
It'll be amazing, just playing for that defensive-minded coach too. They have with Todd Bowles. It'll be amazing playing for that. And then they have there's a defensive team, so I feel like I'll join jail well with that team.
Where do you see your fit in terms of what technique you might be playing at the next level?
It don't matter to me, but if I had to prefer, I play 3-2 or the 4 It really don't matter.
Did you have any experience on the edge, or just mostly interior?
I played a couple snaps on the edge, but not too much. Just played a couple on exotic packages on 3rd down. I played a little edge, but not too much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Your formals, who'd you have formals with? You know? I know you know, but you remember.
Yeah, I really don't remember too much, so it was a couple teams.
Well, the Steelers are formals?
No, sir, I don't think so. I really forgot, though.
Have you talked to the Tennessee Titans?
Oh, yes, sir. I talked to him, I think at the Senior Bowl. I haven't talked to him here yet, but I talked to him at the Senior Bowl.
What was that conversation like, and could you see yourself fitting in Nashville?
They basically just was trying to get to know me as a player and as a person and just getting basic information. Then they would draw some stuff up, trying to see do I know the scheme and how fast can I relate to the scheme that they do. So that's about it.
When you do all these getting to know processes, what's the most interesting question you've been asked?
It's not most interesting, but it's one I like. What's the biggest adversity you have faced? And I like that question because teams get to know you, how you is off the field, not adversity on the field, adversity off the field, and they kind of get to know you as a person.
What was that for you?
I would say having back surgery when I was in 10th grade. That was a big form of adversity for me just because I had it around the spring of my 10th grade year, and that's when everybody started getting offers and college coaches can come see you practice in spring. So I feel like I missed that whole process as a sophomore at high school, and then I had to fight back and had to have a good junior year to make up for that. So I feel like that was a big part of adversity for me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Yes, Marcus Austin, if I can ask one more thing, what is you've had the Senior Bowl now, you're here now, is any of this overwhelming? All I guess so much at once.
I wouldn't say it's overwhelming. It's just you gotta have everything in order and everything in control. This is a part of the process, so I don't feel like it's overwhelming. This is something that we dreamed of, especially myself. I always dreamed of these moments, so it's not overwhelming. It's just a moment that you have to live in.
Yeah. Have you thought about, hearing your name called and knowing that that's now a very realistic thing that's going to happen?
And so it's kind of scary to think about because you never know who's going to pick you.
Yeah.
But I try not to think about it so much and just let it come to me. Try to live in the day to day because we still, like I said, we still have combine to worry about and stuff like that. So I try not to worry about that.
Thank you, Marcus.